Hello my dear students, welcome to my SST class. Today we will continue with the chapter 7 history, and that is Ashoka the emperor who gave up war. In previous class we have learned in some important terms: Mauryan dynasty and empire, ruling dynasty, the emperor and the capital city. Today we will learn Ashoka and Buddhism, Dhamma principles and legacy of Ashoka. So my dear students, let's start with the first topic for today's class, and that is Ashoka, a unique ruler. The most famous of Mauryan emperor was Ashoka. He sent his message to the general public through inscription written in Prakrit. Prakrit means ordinary or general languages, or we can say the local language. In Brahmi script, in Prakrit, in Brahmi script. He was only the ruler who stopped the practices of expansions of empire after winning a war. अशोका को अशोका द ग्रेट कहा जाता था इन मेनी सेंसेस. जस्ट लाइक वो उनके सारे जो रूल थे, लॉज थे, ये इंस्क्रिप्शन पे लिखने के लिए वो चूज़ किए थे प्राकृत जो लैंग्वेज है ये. और प्राकृत लैंग्वेज बहुत इजी है रादर देन संस्कृत लैंग्वेज. सो जनरल पब्लिक उनके रूल्स एंड लॉज अगर अच्छे से समझे, इसीलिए वो लोकल लैंग्वेज प्राकृत चूज़ किए थे. अशोका फॉट ए वॉर इन क्वेस्ट टू कनकोर कलिंग, प्रेजेंट डे ओडिशा. So, conquer means to take control. But the violence and the bloodshed in the war touched him, and he became the only king who gave up conquest forever after winning a war. The huge loss of life and suffering witnessed on the battlefield made him turn away from war. Ashoka was deeply influenced by Buddhism and adopted the principles of Dhamma. Without war, हम लोग कोई king या emperor को सोच भी नहीं पाते हैं ना. Is it ना? But on that time the Ashoka fought a war against Kalinga. तो वो जो war थे उस पर जो वायलेंस था, जो ब्लड शेड था, ये देख के अशोका का जो माइंड सेट था वो एकदम ही चेंज हो गया था. वो बहुत दूर चले गए थे युद्ध या war से. Okay, and after that Ashoka was deeply influenced by Buddhism and adopted the principles of Dhamma. Our next topic is the Dhamma. So after the Kalinga War, Ashoka was inspired by the teachings of Buddha. Ashoka embraced a new Dhamma which was radical for his time. Ashoka's Dhamma didn't involve worship of a god. It did not involve ritual or sacrifice. If we view it from modern perspectives, Ashoka's religious ideologies were inclined towards secularism. Secularism treats all the religions with equal respect. Ashoka's Dhamma is an accumulation of good teachings of different religions. Ashoka believed he had a responsibility to instruct his subjects, which he did through his Dhamma. He appointed officials called as Dhamma Mahatma, who went to places teaching people about Dhamma. He got his messages inscribed on rocks and pillars as well as. Ashoka contributed to the art and architecture to a great extent. He built stupas at Sanchi, Bharut, etc. Ashoka built roads, dug wells and built rest houses. He arranged for the treatment of unwell humans and animals. Languages in the Brahmi script. At some places, inscriptions were also written in local languages. For example, Arabic was used for inscriptions at places which are in modern-day Afghanistan and Pakistan. Our next topic is Legacy of Ashoka. Ashoka had left a rich legacy. Legacy means just a kind of gift, property, or we can say traditions. Many of his principles are still being followed. Many of our national symbols have been taken from his reign. Reign means era, means a period. The national emblem has been taken from the Sarnath's Ashoka pillar. The wheel in the national flag has also been taken from the wheel symbol used by Ashoka on different installations and even on coins. So my dear students, that's enough for today's class. I think the concept of this chapter almost clear to you. We will meet in our next class with new chapter. Till now, bye and happy learning.